5.
Hello, friend shapes. How are you doing? I hope you're taking care of yourself. You had some water, you had a nice stretch. My name is Alara, and I'm going to be your host for the next little bit. So thank you all for watching. You are watching Power Up with Wired 2024, and I'm going to be joined by my delightful friend, BeamQueenSol. How are you doing, Sol?
I am doing pretty alright. So, hello, I'm Sol. I do a lot of Kirby stuff. I'm here with Kirby. Sort of. He's not actually here. He's taking a nap. Don't worry about it. He's fine. But, so this is words. So this is Death Stars. The very short version is, instead of Kirby, you have the choice to play with any of the allies from the game, as well as several friends that were added through updates. And speaking of, there was actually a bid war for that. We had Taranza, Susie, and Marta's our choices. So which one ended up winning?
I will tell you in one moment. The winner of that bid war was... Marks and Susie are tied for $30 each.
Interesting.
I don't know how we're going to resolve this one. I'm interested to see how this goes.
You know what? I think I've got like a coin. I could probably... I've got a bottle cap. You know what? That'll work.
A bottle cap? Okay.
Alright, we're doing Susie.
Fantastic. So you can, if I have a moment to read a quick donation, I can tell you who we can point that blame towards. That was $5 from Mina, who sent in a $5 donation and says, I have nothing humorous or interesting to say. I'm just legally obligated to donate while two of my favorite people are on. So much love to Sol and Alara. That said, I am getting word that we're going to go with Marks as the winner with $30.
Okay. Alright, then that is fine with me. We'll do that. So in that case, we can go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. And I guess to explain the characters, I'll start with the ones that ended up not being picked. So Susie is basically Rubberbot's representative. She does a lot of stuff with a blaster attack. We've actually found very recent speed tech for her. It would have been really cool to show off, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Taranza is from Triple Deluxe, and his whole thing is basically Spider, but with lots more capabilities, like a lot of magic attacks in that one. Doesn't really have a lot of movement, but just very strong. Bart has decent movement. He has this whole thing that's very reminiscent of Wayne. And, well, he's basically, well, he controls what you think the final boss control. you think I'm joking about that, but no, when they decided to add these characters, Haldus just decided, no, let's just make them really powerful, like actually make you feel like you're playing that character. And so, no, Mars is just very strong. Like most of the attacks he has as a boss fight in Superstar are pretty much here and accounted for in some way or another. Either they're just a thing he has in general, or like one of the elements. More on that in a little bit. You'll see me do something with that soon. May also change his attacks. Anyways, we're on the friend train. So this whole thing is basically just an auto-scroller. We're just gonna kind of run around, make cute little train noises as a jump. But for the moment, if there's any messages, definitely feel free to have them while we finish this little segment up.
So I do want to remind everyone, again, we're raising money for True Colors United, which means all of your donations are going to fantastic cause. And we have two wonderful places that those donations can go towards right now. And that is, we have the Stephanie incentive for the harder puzzles during any percent. So if we want to make the runner a little more frustrated by making the puzzles a tiny little bit harder, just that little annoying bit. I know there's a few people out there that enjoy doing that kind of thing, so that's a really good place to put in that money. But the other thing you can do is we actually just opened up another incentive for all of you. And that is during Super Sangura, we have a bid war going on. So you can either do voice mode, normal anime girl voices, or the breaking voices, which is kind of the over-the-top masculine voices. So get your donations in, which one you want to hear, which one you want to see happen during the run.
Okay, I need to actually go down. Thank you. Okay, so a few things that happened at once. One, you saw me grab like a couple of hearts that gave me some extra stats. So in this mode, you have attack, health, and speed hearts. They'll increase our stats. Short version is the attack is like a percentage. It's a percentage. It's our sweet spot is always level 3 for all of them. For attack, it gives us like a 2.5 multiplier. For speed, it gives us a 1.4 multiplier. Otherwise, pretty much we just want to get those number go up, attack go first. As for the element thing, that also gives us a damage buff. That's why we want it that's the big reason we want it. The reason for splash is most elements on Mars actually slow them down quite a bit. So like you would think, oh well, electricity could be good. He fires like a lot of arrows. Unfortunately, he has a very slow dash for that one. If for fire, it's also kind of slow. So it kind of leaves two options. Splash is the one that just kind of works best overall. And there's also Bluster, which can kind of work. But Bluster makes his dash a little bit weird. His main means of doing damage, which is going to be this attack here, actually don't work as well with Bluster as they do with other abilities, other elements. And at least Ice is the last one, and we don't get it because we don't find it early enough. Like, Ice is an option. Unfortunately, Ice shows up too late. So we don't use it because it's too late to the party, and Mars is a very impatient thing. He's got places to be. He's got places to be. He's got enemies to deal with. You understand? And why did I go for that? That's fine.
We gotta go fast. This is a speed run.
Exactly. And Mars very much understands that.
All right, so do we have a little bit of time for me to give everyone a little bit of a reminder of what's going on?
Yeah, sure. Because we have a little mob rush right here that's not going to be much to really say about.
Okay, then. So, I would like to remind everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to donate. It really does mean the world. In the United States, about 4.2 million youths experience homelessness each year, with lesbians, gay, bisexuals, transgenders, queers, and questioning individual youths suffering 120% more likely homelessness than their non-LGBTQ plus peers. True Color is committed to changing that. If we can ensure that the services are safe and affirming for most of if we can ensure that services are safe for and affirming of most of the impacted young people, we can be confident in that they'll be safe and affirming for everyone. We believe that youth homelessness is a community issue. Real change can happen when people come together with a shared vision. And that vision is being seen to fulfillment here with all of your donations. They really do help a ton. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, so short version of Martz's attacking. The best way or best means of damage tends to be just what I did right there, dropping a ball on top of opponents. That ball is actually affected by elements and does different things. If you've seen some of his attacks from Superstar, like I said before, that's where that sort of thing shows up. For some reason, they made that the water move, and I don't know what the hell happened there, but that's okay. There we go, we're fine. So we did the little friend circle segment. Not a whole lot to say about this thing. It's just a giant circle, and now we're going to crush things in our path as we roll through. And I did see the remark of the impatient grape, and honestly, with Martha's colors, that kind of tracks. Just this little slightly impatient grape of legs. And incredibly powerful attacks.
I don't know if I can unsee this now.
It's fine, just don't feed him after midnight. Also, I'm gonna dismiss these. We don't need them anymore. They've done exactly what I need, which was be friends for the train. Another little mob rush here. This one shouldn't be too bad, aside from the part where I did a misinput. That's fine, it's whatever. Also, you'll see me skip a lot of health upgrades if I can, because out of anything, that's the one thing that doesn't really help us too much. Like, speed is very obvious what that does for us. Attack is also fairly obvious what that does for us. Health just gives us more health. And ideally, we're not getting hit in the first place. Now, I'm gonna take Kawasaki here. He's gonna do a quick little thing for me. He's gonna grab those. I'm gonna direct his heart, and they're gone. And that's it. That's all I needed him for. He didn't go back to whatever he wants to do. Yeah, you don't need help if you don't get hit.
You don't need health if you don't get hit is my new mantra for so many of the games that I play.
It's a good mantra to go by until you get hit, and then you have to start worrying about backdoor frats.
Alright, so we are getting a little bit more love if you want to hear that.
Go for it. This is just cannons.
Fantastic. So we got $1 in from Anonymous. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Yo, love a Kirby game. Good luck, Soul. You got this. And that went towards the anime girl voices. So that puts anime girl voices in the lead, I believe. So if you want to hear the alternate voices, go ahead and get your donations in on that one.
I am not sure what that's ultimately going to mean, but what Alara just said.
I mean, personally, I'm cheering for anime girl voices, so that's the one I want chat to donate for. But, you know, I'll take any donation towards this cause. That's it, anime girl.
Yeah, so now we have this room. Lots of flaming logs, and unfortunately nothing to benefit us. Just a few characters that actually have this room. And the effects depend on the character. Like, for example, Susie, the one of the characters that could have been in the, that almost won the bid war. She actually has a couple of upgrades that are very useful in that room. Martin's gets nothing. Martin's actually gets nothing. I checked every law just in case, and it's just like, nah. Then we're gonna set ourselves up. Nope. Get back there. Thank you. Just gonna keep doing this until they're down. And we did one more for good measure. Get that one too. Didn't quite want to go into the round, but that's okay. Yet another of his attacks, he dives in, does that, does his little laugh.
Ow.
But look at him, he's just a little guy.
He is quite adorable.
Yeah, you know, until the creepy face comes out. You know, this thing. Yeah, Bart, I need you to kind of keep going. Thank you. Perfect.
So a small reminder, everyone, if you want more Power Up with Pride, that main way of doing that are the donation incentives. So if you want to make the Stephanie run a little bit longer, we can add about 5 minutes to that run by adding the harder puzzles. So get those donations in. It needs a little bit of love, and I want to see that happen.
Grab that quick attack heart. Also, go on. Definitely, go on. This is just a very long mob rush.
So does this play like a traditional Kirby game for the most part?
Considering the 2D thing, I would say yes. But it's very straightforward. Like, you run around, you get abilities, you're in 2D, that whole deal.
Okay.
Aside from the part, you know, we're not using Kirby. We're using Marks.
Is Kirby kind of the assumed default starting character?
Kirby is usually the only character.
Ah.
This is just a very... This game kind of came out, like, a little after, like, one of the big milestone anniversaries. So it kind of did, like, the whole, like, Smash Ultimate, everyone is here kind of deal. And went really heavy on the fan service. That's why we actually have Marks as a character in the first place. It's just like, no, we want to have, like, characters that represent the different games. And so we're doing this, and I did this slightly wrong. This is what I should be doing.
All right, and for everyone who's just joining us in that raid, welcome to Power Up with Pride 2024. We are speedrunning to raise money for a fantastic cause, and that cause is True Colors United. So thank you for joining us. Feel free to do a like, feel free to do a subscribe, but more importantly, feel free to send in your donations, because we actually have some donations that we're trying to meet right now. We have a upcoming run of Stephanie, and we want to get those harder puzzles made. So if you want to join the train and be one of the cool kids, you can absolutely join us in that.
Also, welcome to board, aka Meta Knight.
Meta Knight is great though, except in Smash.
Oh, he definitely had an assignment in Smash. Don't worry about that part. Also, Meta Knight just kind of goes down very quickly. It turns out he doesn't like weird. Turns out he doesn't like weird beach balls being dropped on him. Yeah, that's something I haven't brought up during this run yet, is the game actually goes by, this run goes by in-game time. So you have like a little timer in the corner, that's ticking pretty much the entire time. Only stop it when we get to a checkpoint or finish the level. Also, I'm gonna go down here for a very quick but very important thing. Not that, but rolling up the clunch and throwing them away is also useful. We just want that attack. And we're just gonna keep to our strat. Just drop those on top of Kawasaki's head. And befriend him, because befriending him is a little bit faster than destroying the, forcefully dismissing him, we'll say. It's fine, he's done nothing wrong. But it is faster to still befriend them. Also, Marks, could you please go up into the air, please? Thank you, that would be great. Very careful drop for these, because these switches are kind of in the... There we go, perfect, very good. Give me this one that gives us all of our stats.
As a little bonus reminder, everyone, if you look on your screen, there is a number there, and that number is very, very close to $1,000. Do you know how personally hyped I will be if we hit $1,000 during my hosting shift?
I would love to see 1,000 before the end of this ride.
So can we maybe send a little bit of a thanks and cheer to our runners and have them have this wonderful moment of seeing that number hit 4 digits during their run?
And also, you know, I guess potentially donate towards the anime girl voice. I don't know what that entails, but
Stephanie, I want to see the anime girl voice, but Stephanie is closing soon. We need to get Stephanie some love.
That's Harvey decided it didn't want to get hit by my attack. That was unintentional, but you know what? It's fine. We take those. Yeah, what Anande said, you can do both.
You can, in fact, do both, yes. You don't have to pick. You can get a 2-for-1 on those incentives.
Also, for anyone who remembers Dreamland 3, we actually have a returning one. This is Pawn and Con. I love that these bosses actually showed better.
Tanuki.
And that one's down, because we do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage. We're at like I said, 2.5 times normal damage. So things just kind of die very quickly.
Yeah. So just for a little bit of clarification for everyone at home, when you donate, you get a little menu where you can pick a pole and you can pick a target. Those are two different things. One represents our bid wars, the other represents our donation targets. So they are two separate things. So the Stephanie run is a target, the other one is a poll. So you can in fact donate to both in one go, while also getting us to that third little magical bonus goal of hitting $1,000 during this run.
Every little thing you saw me do, I very quickly kind of turned around to do this. That's because of the wings or hitbox. And those things actually short out when they're hit with water. So that makes them a lot safer to deal with. And also they're just kind of weak. They just turning him around, letting him fly into the back of him, just kind of sorts out the problem for me, which is very useful.
I appreciate that they're taking into account the whole elements thing of water shorts out electricity things.
Yeah, this is not the first game to do it. Squeak Squad actually kind of does it first, but it was a lot more limited in that game. And then you have this one where they do a lot of stuff. For example, certain enemies are weak to wind, and say the thing that keeps them protected will actually get flown away, or you'll fan out their flames, or water, you'll put out said flames and do other things that way. Ice will freeze things, and freezing is very useful. Like I said, the reason we don't do it for Mars is we don't really get the chance to do it. But otherwise, Blizzard for this game would be very, very useful. Because then we can freeze enemies, and that takes them out instantly.
I love the little spinny dash. Like the flying animation, how he spins, it's cute.
Oh, there's the one more. Yeah, honestly, most of Marx's animations are generally cute with just that little bit of very, really creepy, uncanny valley kind of thing going on. Again, meant to be reminiscent of him as a boss, because he drops the cute out very quickly when he is like, oh, I got my wish, I'm gonna conquer Dreamland. Yeah, he gets stopped very quickly after, but he tried.
He's doing his best.
He is doing his best.
So I do want to thank everyone, because you heard my push and you came in spades. We just broke that $1,000 mark.
Let's go.
So thank you so much for that. Particularly thank you, Zark, with the donation of $40 that just says less than 3. So less than 3 to you too. Thank you so much for helping this wonderful cause. So chat, let's get some hype for that $1,000 mark. Thank you so much.
But yeah, probably the best part of the whole thing with Mortis is like I said, as a final boss, he drops the cutesy ad and it's actually does very creepy looking, or maybe not super creepy looking, but he definitely does not look like a little guy. And then this day, and it's like, what if we just mostly made him a little guy, but still kept the other traits? Less than 3 is at 0, 1, and 2. You know what, I like that. 0, 1, 2 to you too.
Now, I do want to chime in with the fact that while that did get us a good bit closer, we are still about $100-ish away. We're $93 to be exact to get that Stephanie run in. So if you want more power up with Pride, we do need to meet that. And that closes very, very soon after that run starts. So we need to get that done ASAP if we want more power up with Pride. So keep going, keep that momentum, keep that energy. I am sure everyone's going to appreciate it. And even if it's $1, like we appreciate every donation. It doesn't matter the size, it still helps.
All right, final room before we get into this last boss of the level. So this is the third of the Mage Sisters. Like we fought Francesca earlier. We fought Flambergen. Now this is Zan, and unfortunately, Zan doesn't need to do a whole lot.
But she has a cool spear. I like the little lightning spear.
She also has a really good song that doesn't really get to play because she just kind of melts. Seriously, if you ever get a chance, listen to this game's soundtrack. The soundtrack actually has a lot of good songs, and some of them get cut very short in this mode. Excuse me? They just decided I wasn't hitting that one. But good news, now we have speed, so we don't have to worry too much.
They're making up for it with the drop.
Pretty much.
Bugsy.
He's our friend now. He's no longer our friend now.
Bye, friend-shape. He's still friend-shaped, he's just not friend-shaped on screen.
You know what, I'll take that. That's kind of this entire game's damage, it's just... Oh, you can throw these hearts to friend things and have them be your allies for a bit. And then, unfortunately, because the damage scaling, because the more allies on the screen, the more health is given to bosses to compensate, it is faster to just immediately dismiss them whenever you don't need them.
I don't like this message, and I don't agree with it. Friends are fantastic.
Friends are there when you need them most. That is the message that's tape there.
Also, the first phase, you dealt some damage. The second phase, the boss just melted.
Yeah, that kind of has a way of happening. Also, shout out to basically having the winged dive cancel. It isn't really effective on most other fights, but it is these, since they're just stationary fights. How did I get moved? Anyways, because the trees are stationary, it's easier to just do this constantly and actually get more damage that way. Oh, I didn't think I was going to do the dash attack. That's weird. Okay, can those ones please? Perfect. So while I finished in my made my way through, so you saw Pawn and Tron earlier, and I get it. You're like, wow, those two were really cute, but they were gone very quickly. Well, I am pleased to inform you that we actually have Pawn and Tron at home, aka Goldon and Silvox. Yeah, now they're golden.
I don't know how I feel about this. This is weird.
It's fine. Okay, I got one.
Also, we're not going to talk about how you're just splitting into two and making a black hole. Okay. It just happens. It's just a thing.
He's just a little guy.
Nothing weird going on.
He's just a little guy. It's fine. It's normal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He only has the best of intentions.
Yes, the spontaneous creation of black holes is in no way dangerous, I'm sure.
You know, I was kind of hoping he would have what another character has, where there's an attack up in that room. Oh wow. Yeah, Mars is just a normal friend. I don't know what everyone's worried about. Like, just don't feed him after midnight and things will be fine. Also, very convenient. All stats right there. I'm gonna just kind of fly him into the other crate. Because he'll just break it as he flies through.
Is that a guaranteed drop in that box?
That is a guaranteed drop. In fact, all of the stat ups are guaranteed drops.
Okay, as a big Kirby player, I need to ask, because this was a pain for my entire childhood because I never figured it out. What makes those little flying pig heads go, like, evil and attack you?
Oh, the Starfies. So Starfies do that if you inhale them.
Oh.
They do not. Kirby cannot inhale those. Instead, they decide, no, it is time to fly into you, and then blow up. Fun fact: in Superstar in its remake, you can actually copy those with the copy ability. I know that sounds weird. That's what it's called. Kirby fires like a little beam thing that kind of analyzes the enemy and then copies them. We have copy at home. But for that enemy, it does Kirby crash. So if you wonder, like, yeah, if you wonder what would they give them, they give them crash. Unfortunately, you cannot inhale them.
Yep, okay. Yep, that's... I can see the logic, though. Because they try to crash into you when you suck and
yes, and
try
also
to absorb them.
Yeah, and they also have very explosive results. If there's any messages, though, this is another, like, very big mop rush. It's just kind of, like, 3 sets of this. Definitely feel free to do that. Otherwise, enjoy Mars. Just doing a very watery assault.
I do, and in case anyone's watching and not sure what you're seeing, you are watching Power Up with Pride 2024. We are running all weekend. If you missed any runs in the marathon so far, you can find them uploaded after the marathon on our YouTube channel. You can also stay up to date on events and any future events by following us on Co-Host, Blue Sky, or Mastodon. Kind.social, or by joining our Discord. Links to all of these can be found in the panels below the stream, or by using !socials in chat. Stay tuned, because we actually have a lot of really fun games coming up, including that Stephanie run, which, again, everyone, I cannot say this enough, we really want to get that incentive met. It's so close. Just $100. I know it sounds like a lot, but if everyone in chat can do $1, we can make that happen, and then some. And on top of that, you can also send that into our poll to make the bid war for which voice we're going to have later on happen as well. So we have tons of stuff. Again, and on top of all of that, if you want to see the bonus run for getting to 10,000, that's the way to do it. So we have lots of reasons to get those donations in.
Is that closer than I'd like? But now we have our next boss. So this is Krakow. Krakow runs on pure hate. Don't know how else to put it. Also, that was Krakow.
Bye, Krakow.
Oh. Oh no.
Hi, Krakow.
He split up into 2.
This is in no way worse. Yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing. Unfortunately, Krakow making himself into 2 means there are now double the hitboxes and double the fun.
He's so cute. It's easy to forget how terrifying Marx is.
Yeah, again, he's just a little guy. Don't worry about the part where he does this laugh and then splits himself up and probably gives nightmares. Okay, I needed that to not. There we go. That's fine. By the way, you remember earlier when I did the whole thing with Kawasaki to make him cook enemies and then just kind of cancel the animation?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see it again?
I mean, I'm absolutely down for this. Yes.
Yeah,
Speed
so
scraps are great.
yeah, so you can also dismiss them and do it that way. So something fast food.
Oh, I didn't think of that pun, and I'm sad. The fact that you thought of it and I didn't is like, oh, I need to do better. I need to think of all the puns.
I've sat on that one for a while.
Okay, then I'll let you have that one if you were sitting on it. Now, while we're sitting on that one as well, I do want to give a quick thanks and shout out to Cirili. Yes, Cirili, with the $50 donation. Thank you so much, because guess what? That puts us another good chunk closer. We're about 1/3 of the way away from getting that Stephanie bonus incentive met. So if we want to see those harder puzzles, which means more duration on the run, which means more power up with pride, get that little bit of donation in. It's about $43 away. We're so close. We're so close. I believe in all of you. We can get that done before the end of this run.
Yeah, so now that we're in the final level, we actually refight the Mage Sisters on the way through. They're mean, and they give us Flamberge right as we have, like, nothing. However, it's Flamberge, so she's not that terribly hard of a fight. Now, Shadows to Return to Dreamland, both for the music and the fact that we have this wall chasing us, and we need to get out of here. Like now, or it's going to be a bad time for us. Don't ask how Marx is swimming like he is with his feet. It's fine. He's just a little guy.
Look, we gotta go fast. We don't have time to question it.
And that one is awfully close to actually getting us. But now we're safe. Now we're safe, but this is the part of the run that I like to call that I kind of want to call too many cuts. 3 deaths as to why. Because now we have 2 of them. And this time I am just gonna do that. Because it ends up being, ends up kind of working out to being about the same speed. And now we made our way through this room. Just trying to dash through, yet let the wind carry us, as the wind will absolutely carry us very nicely here. And I think this puts no, we did the fun room. So I'm gonna quickly do this Tomo here. He's just a friend. We're gonna hit these pulleys, and we're gonna see if we can get one of them. There we go, that one's down. Actually gonna wait for this one to kind of come back. And there we go. So yeah, dropping that on top of Bonkers one-shots them.
So do I have a couple seconds to say something?
Sure.
Great. So one thing I would like to remind everyone is when you donate, you can put in for both the pull and the target. So don't forget to put in donations for both. You can get both in one go. You don't have to pick and choose. You can do both. You get to pick one pull and one target at the time of donation. Why do I say this? Because you can get a 2 for 1. But thank you very much, Xerxes, for those $10 that came in for that goal of the poll for anime girl voices. I know you're on my side, but you know, I feel like we're also forgetting to give the masks a little bit of love. So if we want to give some loves to our more mask-presenting friends, you know, we should at least give them a little bit of a fair shot and get some donations in on that side as well. Just remember to keep the femme voice in the lead, the anime girl, but we can show a little bit of love to our mask-presenting friends.
Or hear me out. Is there an option that to be summed up as both?
The bid war is between the breaking voice and the anime girl voice.
Oh, never. Okay, never mind then.
And again, we are about 20 minutes away from having to close that Stephanie incentive, so we don't have to choose. We can get both in, and both are extremely important. That said, we are on a little bit of a time crunch for Stephanie, so if we want to get that in, we need to get that in ASAP.
Also, don't worry about Marks just splitting himself up like that. It's fine. It's normal behavior for Marks. Sometimes you just kind of have to do resort to some very extreme measures. And see, now they're my friends.
This is normal.
By the way, this is a little bit different. There's actually 2 checkpoints before we do the final boss.
I appreciate the anime trope of you beat up someone because they're your enemy and then they become your friend later on. I see where Kirby's embracing their full anime-ness.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Even if we accidentally not fully destroyed the pretty much them after they get taken out, they still leave their hat behind, so you can actually befriend the hat, and then it becomes the thing anyways.
I don't know how I feel about the implications here that their entirety of their being is actually just a hat.
I'm not going to say a whole lot about that one as somebody who has a virtual avatar with several hats.
Moving on. Oh boy.
Yeah, so this had made to be a little bit rough because the CPUs actually are. The CPUs are decent about things, but they did very much like, ooh, thing I need to interact with. You see that little exclamation point. That is, they saw the thing they need to deal with and are going to deal with it. Unfortunately, they prioritize that above literally everything else in the game. So, like, a hazard is about to hit them, they don't care. No, they saw the thing, they're going for it.
We have priorities, we gotta go fast.
I mean, yes, but also, they can actually get themselves killed that way. In those rooms, it's less of a problem because they'll just go back to the sorted room and get all of their health back. Unfortunately, you lose a bunch of time for it. And then the word unpatented describes the kinds of thoughts of movies to explore. You know what? Understandable. I can understand that word. And some of the stuff in this game can be very summed up as unpatent. But yeah, we have our final friend train segment, and actually the end of the rest of the second checkpoint section. So yeah, if y'all want to try to go for a donor train, that would be great. We see Marks here just kind of leading the charge.
Can we get the dono train specifically calling out donations with choo choo for Marks? That said, again, if you're gonna do it, we do have 2 donation incentives open. One is a target, one is a poll. You can do both. Two for one. Let's get more power up with pride.
And we're just gonna keep running the train through. I mean, yeah, sure, there's the platform is a little bit scary. You see these meteors trying to come down. It's fine. We're fine. We just keep going. The train doesn't. The train never stops until it hits a wall. Then it stops.
Then just don't hit a wall.
I'm sorry, I hit a wall.
Oh, you also did it right at the end, though. It's fine.
I'm sorry, I hit a wall. But yeah, we're actually coming very quickly coming up on the end here. So we have like one more little nod, like something that might not have been picked up. Is there's been a few stages here and there that actually kind of reference Superstar in their design. So we actually have Half Moon from near the end of Milky Way, which is the day where you actually the sub day where you actually fight Marks. But it's mostly just that one room. Or whatever, no, it's all of these. Like so this is just Half Moon. Minus the water. Minus the water. And this will be very important why I said that. So that yeah, see that blipper? Yeah, they don't no swimming. No water. And now we have this room. This room tries to force Marks upwards. If you manage to stay on the bottom path, there's those extra power-ups. Those are actually completely extra to the other 5. Unfortunately, no, it does not go to level 6. It caps at 5.
Oh. Now, I do want to give a quick little bit of love. Just a quick little one. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for that $1 donation. They just say choo-choo. Thank you for getting that donation train started. And it did go towards the over-the-top masculine voice. So again, let's get that balanced out a little bit.
Yeah, by the way, here's Xanadin. The same thing's basically gonna happen to her.
But fancy spear.
I'm sorry, we need to go fast and let her attack, let her music play. It's sadly too slow. That's fine though, we have another friend shape. Kind of. Except I don't think he's that friend shaped. Just gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna skip that. So now the hood's gone. He's gonna try to attack us with the sisters. Don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. It's fine. It's fine. Needed him to not do that, but that's okay.
All right. So the donation train is coming through. Do I have time to read out a couple of them?
Definitely.
Fantastic. So thank you so much, Fletcher, for those $5. They say, can I be the conductor of the Marks train? Gotta hit that Sephoning incentive. And that went to the Mask Voice. And if you think we're done, we are not. Comfy Pando in with $42 saying 1 order of harder puzzles, please. That went towards the Sephoning harder puzzles. But that's not all. We have another 42 from Anonymous, who also says Sephoning harder puzzles as their donation incentive, but no comment. Still, thank you, all 3 of you. You are fantastic. Thank you for getting that donation train going. You are absolutely crushing it.
Yeah, so this game actually fades you out and it's like, oh, well, here's the credits, and then it rewinds and it's like, no, it's not the credits. You have to fight Gelatinite, but then Gelatinite gets assimilated by a butterfly and becomes Morpho Knight instead. And we just kind of take him out very quickly because suddenly Morpho Knight hears boss music.
That is amazing.
The Dream Friends did their own light song and Morph did his theme. By the way, time is coming up. After this loading is done. Time.
32 minutes. Not bad.
32 in-game is pretty solid for this. There's a lot of difference because of load times. Like, load times are pretty bad for this game. It's the one Kirby game that has, like, really slow loads. But like I said, it goes by in-game time on leaderboards and stuff. This is not my best, obviously. Like, you can see, like, right below it, 3202. That's what I got yesterday, and I was very close to getting a 31. But yeah, that is the Death Star mode. Play this mode if you don't play anything else in Star Allies. It is probably the most replayable part of the game by far. But I guess let me give a few quick shout outs. So shout outs to the Kirby community in general. I know there's probably some in here that's been watching. lots of really good people. If you want to learn this day, if you want to learn a different one, definitely show up there. Speedrun.com/Kirby will give you a link to it. We'd be happy to have you. Small shout out to Alara, because you're doing great.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're always a pleasure to host, Tori. I'm always happy to see you on the schedule.
Yeah, otherwise, as far as where you can find me, twitch.tv/BeamQueenSol. I do a lot of Kirby and other platformer runs. I dabble in some casual stuff. I dabble in some Pokemon stuff. Definitely feel free to follow me if any of that sounds fun. But otherwise, I think that's it for me. Enjoy the next runs for today. I know they're gonna be great.
All right, thank you so much for being here, Sol. We really appreciate it. So I know you're excited for the upcoming run. We have Shovel Claws. They're going to be running Stephanie, and that's going to be starting in a little bit here. I do want to thank you all because thanks to that little bit of a push a second ago, you all met the incentive. You didn't even give me time to announce that just because of how fast all those donations came in. So that was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a moment to set up for this next run, so let's give some love in chat for our tech team, who is doing a fantastic job in getting everything rolling. So, with that, I will see you in a moment. But again, thank you so much. We're going to be playing Stephanie in a moment with the incentives, because you are all amazing. See you all in a bit.
Phil.
Hello, everyone. Did you get your water? Did you get that stretch in? I hope so, because we are ready to go with more Power Up with Pride. We're going to be seeing Stephanie in a moment. So thank you so much. Again, we got both donation incentives met for this run. That is fantastic. I'm kind of hyped for that. That said, we do have more donation incentives that have been opened. For example, if you want to see the Kinuku Neko Super Muscle Cat intro, that's going to be the new incentive, so get those donations in for that one. It's a little bit of a trip. It's a fun one. It's definitely one you want to see. So if you want to get a little bit more Power Up with Pride with that intro, let's get that happening.